Steeler Nation, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Also, welcome back to the Steelers Dynasty Podcast. Bubba, what's going on, mate?
Well, I said it this week. I'm probably one of the few.
Colts lose, you said.
Well, I was Shane had to pull me off. You guys were pulling me off the thing with that Steelers defense, and they showed up.
They
I'm very happy today. I'm very, very happy. But as we talked about off camera, the Colts didn't play anybody until they played the Rams, who they lost, and they played the Pittsburgh Steelers, who they lost to too. So the Colts are it's like a pretend team. I'm just saying.
Yeah, let's just quickly go into that because the Colts have they won against the Dolphins 33-8. Dolphins are a really bad team. The Colts versus the Broncos, they won 29-28. However, on that field goal, I think something happened where the refs apologized after, and the Broncos should have won that game, apparently. The Titans are a really terrible team with a quarterback who's a rookie, and they're not doing anything this year. They won 41-20. The Rams are a solid team, and they got beat 27-20, their first loss. They beat the Raiders. Anyone can beat the Raiders. They beat the Cardinals. Anyone can beat them. Chargers, though, they beat them at home 38-24. We verse them next week, and they beat the Titans. It wasn't really until today that maybe they versed a strong defense and the highest paid defense.
Well, the highest paid defense showed up, but also too, maybe it was because the 2005 Steelers were around in the presence of a Super Bowl championship team, was sitting in the stands and in the locker rooms, and maybe gave them a little pep talk, and maybe they did whatever, but maybe it was the aura of the championship, the play Pittsburgh Steelers way, and having turnovers as they did. The intensity was there today where we haven't seen it in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I just don't think they could honestly play as bad as they did the previous two games versus the secondary and the Bengals. I was worried early, and I think the garbage time stuff we can talk about as well. It should have been 27-10. Garbage time, though, they let them. They play prevent defense. We know that they always do that. They scored a TD. Roman Wilson fumbles a football, which should have been a first down.
that was crazy because that would have had us driving where they wouldn't have got any scores at all, and we would have just ran the clock out. Maybe they would have got a little bit less on the field as they did. It happens. You know,
I even thought too the Colts were very gutsy. I think they're a well-coached team as well. They're now 7-3. They have a chance to win their division. They went for fourth down 5 times.
They didn't respect our defense. That's because they did not respect us at all, and they were getting it every time. And like me and Shane were talking on our stream, that was about no respect for the Steelers defense, and that's why they did that. They were successful.
And as well, they did a fake punt too, which I kind of was thinking they might do this, and I'm like, they did it. And they got 5 from 5, and but we had a great defense. But same time, the Colts, were doing everything. And I was also pretty shocked too. They went for the field goal to get the onside kick and didn't get it. But I was like, they're going for a 53-yarder, which isn't automatic, really.
No, it's
they
not,
got it for a chance
anyway. Not in Pittsburgh anyway. But also too, you saw Metcalf with his greatest thing in the second half was that recovery on the onside kick because he was invisible.
He caught one.
He was invisible in the second half.
It wasn't his game today. I think we'll talk about him, the offense too, as well. It wasn't his game. It was more the Rodgers and Washington connection. But there'll be another time where it is his game. It was his game in the Vikings, and this is why it is so week to week.
Do you like how Rodgers pulls the ball out of the running back and just fakes it so immensely and rolls out and throws? It's so flawless on how he does that. And I think he sucks up the line, and it's good.
One sec.
Okay. Yeah, there he is.
Cameo. I was wrong about Aaron Rodgers. Fucking so wrong.
You stated that numerous times. Come on.
I was wrong about Aaron Rodgers. He's playing really good football up here and here.
You can watch
really well.
Watch the clock when it goes down to 6, 7, 5, 4. He's hiking it at 1, or right at 0-0. Come on.
I was definitely wrong. I thought we don't need him. We can go into the season with, I was like, off season, go and get Fields. Thanks, Fields, by the way, for beating the Bengals last week. But Rodgers, I just didn't want him in the locker room, and it feels like we needed Rodgers because
we need him. He's the MVP right
he
now.
is
Him
being
and Boswell.
chipping everyone, talking to everyone, and the perception I got from the media was completely wrong.
Well,
it was wrong in my own perception too.
Well, so I mean, he had a little retreat. He probably said some stuff. There he goes. Yeah. He's got he's getting closer to that 20 touchdowns. He's just managing. He's like he's like a coach. He's like a little league or a minor league or he's like a coach. Like you could talk to him and he's like, hey guys, this is what we got to do to try to maintain. Don't go doing anything crazy. And then he gets the victories,
When's the last time the Steelers ran a fake punt? I don't know. Maybe like 2017 or something like that. Maybe 6-7 years. They didn't have to do a fake punt or anything like that this time. But maybe we'll start at the very beginning. Were you annoyed they didn't go for a field goal and they went for the 4th down connection?
You mean No, because I thought they were just going to try to capitalize and then try to get it out there in that first possession. But the problem is, I think Aaron Rodgers has his arm strength. He throws the balls too hard, and the receivers has it in their chest or in the hands, and they can't catch. Yeah. I am not blaming that. That was a gutsy call. Because also too, if they would have caught the ball, we'd have been up by 7.
Yeah, it would have been 7-7 because we're down by 7.
Yep.
Would have been 7-7. I was a little bit against it, but it turns out we didn't need it because of the way they played the rest of the game. But Mike Tomlin talked about not getting field goals. He went for it because obviously they got to try and keep up with the Colts, right? Mm-hmm. So it doesn't work out. Pass to Washington, drops it. Early game though, and they turn things around. But I thought you'd go for points, but we went for points last week, and that didn't work, right? So
we scored 17 points in that second quarter.
Yeah,
and I was like, wow. And then due to all these turnovers, which is great, and I don't know because I don't know. Maybe I don't know the NFL rules, but I thought when that muffled punt, he ran it in. I was like, oh, that's a touchdown. And then I think Burns
said, one of the ones where you get so excited and you forget that's the rule. Because when it hits someone, you can't advance the punt. But they can. Like if it hits him and he can pick it up and go, but you can't. You can't pick it up.
That's a dumbass play. But dumb rule. Great play.
That's the callless Waitman spinning just his left. He does they have a lot of trouble with his left foot spins the wrong way,
And I think Afton said on the stream and I think on her show that Rodgers got hurt, before the game started.
Yeah, he hurt his finger or something too.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, a victory is a victory like this. It makes it so happy. No matter what happens, even the bad stuff is not as bad as we think. Like
let's give a big shout out to the Steelers because a lot of
the whole organization on a whole. Nobody gave him any credit. Nobody. I mean, Rex Ryan was like, "This is the worst Steelers defense." Like I know I was bitching.
Everyone was shooting him.
And I mean, look, I wasn't happy either because $160 million. A lot of people showed up on defense today, and then you had some unexpected Steelers defensive players like Buzz Sawyer, the Mad Dog Sawyer catching that interception. You know what I mean?
I called the play. I called Herbig on the outside, and I called TJ on the other side. I went, no, there's not even. It was 41 and 33. I got both players wrong.
And Peyton Wilson had a very good game.
Yep.
The dude Duggars, coming in from just having like 3 days practice, and Ramsey put him in a different position.
What are your thoughts about that? Mike Tomlin talked about Kyle Duggar gave him the game ball 3 days ago. He got signed and he played. I think he played strong safety today. And then we had, or vice, I can't remember who played who. And then Ramsey played, I think, free safety. I'm pretty sure. Well, he played in that same spot. But Mike Tomlin came out and said he's going to play safety all game. It kind of worked. There was no deep passes today at all. What do you think?
Everything was in front of all the Steelers secondary and linebackers. Okay, that's okay. And that's what really sucked was because that Alex Pierce was getting in that first 2 drives.
I knew he'd go off. I thought someone like him, the third receiver, would have a game because they take care of Pittman Jr. didn't do much.
No,
the tight end didn't do much. The running game.
Well, the running game didn't do anything at all. So, yeah, and I agree with Sean there. as you know, it hits you in the chest. Should be, that should be a touchdown. And that's a lot of drops. I think 7-8 balls that were dropped today. So if you could take all the Steelers drop balls that Aaron Rodgers, he would probably be into like 25, 23 touchdowns.
There was a few, and I'm not going to complain, but there was a few by DK Metcalf. He didn't have his game today. He had 2 drops, I think. Washington had a few drops.
Still got a long season. We have a long season. But if this Steelers defense showed up today, why can't they show up every Sunday to this kind of factor and actually not give us craziness and not give us like Steeler fans like myself?
It was 27-10, I think, with 10 minutes to go. I believe it was something like that.
They're not winning unless something unholy happens.
Yeah, something crazy happens, right?
Yeah.
There was I listened to the post game press conference with Aaron Rodgers, and he talked about that Warren actually made a speech to the offense. Warren, and he's the guy that you want to. He doesn't say much at all.
Okay.
He runs with heart, and he said something, and Rodgers goes, "I won't tell you guys anything what we said, but he said something to the boys, and it fired everyone up." So
that's good. That's
good to hear too. The fact that they're having accountability, and Rodgers said last week, all the team needs to be accountable for what they're doing. Like have
intensity, and you've seen it. You've seen the defense come out and show intensity. Cam Hayward show intensity. Stripped fumble recovery sack, whatever, by TJ Watt showing up. Had kept Taylor. They kept Taylor in check, and that's what they needed to do. Okay, so that's a little bit of the money that they spent that stopped the NFL MVP, stopped them cold in their tracks. Mm-hmm. So that is a huge moral victory for the Steelers defense.
I believe they held
them under 100 yards.
Taylor for, I think, like 50 yards, something like that.
Yeah, that is a 4-star.
45 yards. That's good.
Fucking huge. That is fucking huge. Because nobody's seen that coming, because every fantasy football player is like, oh, I'm going to play Taylor against the Steelers defense because the Steelers defense is going to let him score 3 touchdowns on 150 yards.
Longest was 9 yards for Jonathan Taylor, and he's leading the NFL. Yeah.
I mean, God bless America, and God bless every game this season now is going to be a dogfight, I believe. Like these last 2 losses, they kept in my crawl because I know we could beat them. Every game that we lost, we were in it every game. We have not been we've been dominated by stats, but not dominated like in the game. Like remember that Eagles game where we couldn't get on the field, we couldn't stop nobody. We haven't had a game like that. So
it could be Jalen Ramsey. I just heard Jalen, so I don't know. I can't remember. I kind of like heard it while I was making breakfast, so it doesn't matter.
What'd you have? What'd you have to eat?
I made a burrito, like with a bit of egg, and I put a bit of pepperoni in there, ham, shallots, you guys call them, shallots, and
I don't know what
cheese.
I don't know what we call them. I have no clue. What time was that?
Onion. It's
12:30 in the morning.
No, it's like 9:40 now. So I've been awake since 5. And I won't be going to the Winners Pub today. I got to work this afternoon. But it could have been Jalen. It doesn't matter. If it's Ramsey or Warren, both leaders in the team, someone had to say something, and they responded.
Somebody had to say something, because you can't go. Steelers can't go in a 3-game skid. Like as we're watching right now, and I know you're watching probably the Buffalo Kansas City game. Like
I am. Yeah, how'd you know? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Out of all, that's the one I'm choosing.
Right. Like, I mean, these games in the AFC, New England's strong now. And
these teams are tough, Bubba. These teams are.
I know.
We're in November now. We're 5-3. We're in football territory.
We just beat the fucking best team in the AFC. Fucking, that's what they said. Fucking up to this game.
7-1. Yeah. Well, they are. They played well. Danny Dimes has had his whole career turned around since the Giants, where they've given him a new nickname.
He played like the New York Giants played. That's how he played today. He got pressured. He threw interceptions. He got sacked, fumbles. He played like he did in New York, and that's why they got rid of him.
He held the ball way too long today, and they've also given him a new nickname, which is Indiana Jones, right? Because that's the new thing over there, the Temple of Doom.
Today was his last crusade.
Yeah. But we're looking around the NFL, and the Bills, Patriots, Colts, and Chiefs, and
we're okay.
These are talented teams. I want to ask you this question, though, because this fan base we've known now.
I know it. I know. I'm this is bad. I'm bad.
No. I want to ask you a question. Was it? You think? warranted the reaction that the Steelers fan base went after everybody for how bad we were playing? Was that justified last week?
I think so, because I wanted us to win one for Aaron Rodgers, and I wanted that, and it seemed like we didn't have the intensity, and plus we were winning in the first half, and then the bottom just fell out. Like that is a game that just kicks you in the solar plex, and you're like, and you're trying to breathe, and you really can't breathe. Those games, like the Thursday night game against Cincinnati away, on the road, and you threw it out there. You threw it out there. The away team's not coming and winning. It's so hard. But also, too, we were winning with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go, and he threw that touchdown to Freiermuth, and our defense just let us down on that play, on that series, and then let us down in the second half of last week's. But they did not let us down this week. They did not let us down, even though when they were driving and stuff, we do it a stop. But the thing is, though, and like to no respect, okay, 4th and 3, you're getting the first. Like that was a blatant slap in the Steelers defense, because we're coming and we're going to get this first down on 4th down, and there's nothing you can do about it. I didn't like that we couldn't stop them, but also too, if it was a 3rd down and long, we actually maintained the Steelers defense today.
They got 5 for 5. The Colts were on fire.
That's terrible.
They had cojones. They had balls. The coach was going for everything, trying to get points. And I think we played the game well enough on offense as well, and scoring our possessions into TDs. To answer my own question, I think the Steelers fan base, what I've been observing, last 7 to 8 years is just like this. I've come to grips now with it, that if Tomlin loses, they go after him. They want him fired. If they win, they're quiet. Happens every time.
They are quiet. I believe the players showed up more than I still want Terrell Austin gone. I still think, look, I'm not even getting in that debate about Tomlin or whatever, because it's never going to happen. So why waste my breath?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like every week, it's like, it's either quiet or there's noise. It just seems like it's being a 5-3 team, they still want to go after him, because last week, and I think the fan base, and I was down on them too. I was like, oh, what's happening in the locker room? Defense is not playing very well. They're not playing like the highest paid defense. And the next week, they verse the hardest team in the NFL, and they kill them on defense, and they get 6 fucking turnovers. So I give credit to Tom in the team, because they played well today. Right.
Well, that whoever came, somebody, I don't know if it was, I heard Cower might have showed up too and said something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, all the guys are there.
I mean, when you got players that come in from a Super Bowl championship team, because it was the anniversary, 20th year anniversary, and God bless that. I remember that. That was I can't believe that. Yeah, that was 20 years ago. I mean, it was hot. Could you imagine this podcast back 20 years ago, and the Steelers were going to, holy fuck, with me and you would be going crazy.
I'd be 14.
I don't give a shit. You're a 14-year-old ass doing a podcast with me, and I'd be 30. I'd be 34 years old. Yeah, it wouldn't matter. And they're like, Bubba, why you got this young kid on? Because he's a Steeler fan.
Yeah, I'd have the highest voice. I'd be like, "Go Steelers!"
That's okay. That's okay. Because now you got something to talk about when you go Wednesday again.
Oh, do we want to have a halftime break for the Bengals coverage? Do we want to talk about the Bengals for 3 minutes?
Whatever you want to talk about, because look, okay, so they had a kickoff return for a touchdown. Whoop-de-doo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They lost, right? They lost?
They lost big time.
Well,
did you not see the end of the game?
No. I went to Dairy Queen. No, I went to Dairy Queen and got a blizzard to celebrate the Steelers' victory.
All right. Steeler Nation from Hooly Dooly University. If you have them, put them in the chat. Bungles suck. The Bungles, just to recap their game, with a halftime break for the Steelers Nation podcast here, and also with Steelers podcast, Bubba. Chicago Bears win 47-42. And the last play of the game was, now check this out. The last play of the game was it was an interception by Joe Flacco, but there was like 10 seconds to go. To win the game, Caleb Williams threw a 58-yard pass deep middle to Loveland, the tight end, and they went all the way to the end zone in like zone coverage. There was 4 Bengals, no tackling at all. My question to you, Bobber, is how the fuck do you score 42 points and not win the game?
I don't know. I don't think that's. I don't.
What
think
would you feel like if we scored 42 points and didn't win the game?
You would see more F-bombs than you possibly could imagine coming out of my mouth, and I would be just in a tie. I would be in a tirade that wouldn't quit, because I don't think that's
a lot.
I don't think that's ever happened in the Steelers' history where we scored 40 points and lost. Now we scored 30 points and lost games, but not 40. It would be crazy.
Maybe in one of the playoff games, I don't know. It might have been the Jags game back in the day.
Yes, the Jag. Yes, you're right. The
45,
Jags
42 or something like that.
Yeah, you're right. And I'm still hurting from that. So yes.
Yeah, we all are. But the funny thing is they showed a graphic on the TV timeline, right? In the last 5 years or something like that, the Bengals have the most 35 plus games losses. When they score 35 plus, they have 6 losses. Is that fucking wild?
That's terrible. They have to.
That
whole defense needs revamped. Like
they all talk about. Every Bengals fan talks about the receivers and Joe Burrow. He's not there at the moment. They talk about the Super Bowl MVP going to be Joe Flacco to save the season, and he had 400. You know,
it doesn't matter if they have Joe Burrows in there either, because
he won't score 48.
Anybody. No.
So Flacco threw the ball today for 400 and something yards. And we'll get back to the Steelers talk in a minute, but it's really funny. He threw 470 yards, 4 TDs, and 2 interceptions, and they still lost 47-42. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great.
To the Chicago Bears.
Yeah. There you go. It's just Pepper. Because YouTube's playing up.
I was like, who's this? Who's that? Who's this? I can't tell anymore.
Yeah. It's either YouTube or StreamYard's not they're not talking to one another. So it shows your YouTube tag. Anyways, I wanted to stay there for a little bit because the Bengals had a chance to win that game 42-41, and they let up a 58-yard pass. I'm going to put up my live reaction video later on, and I think that they're just like they're a sad franchise. We've coined the Browns are the Browns. I say the Bungles is the Bungles.
They're both Ohio teams suck.
Yeah, so. I think they'll be ready. Patricia says I think they will be. That's 2 weeks time.
We're playing at home.
Yeah, I think they'll be ready.
Home, and I think we'll be ready Sunday night. Because it'll be a Sunday night, rematch of being on Sunday night. Won't have the same effect. We'll be out in. We always play the Chargers good out west.
Steel Nation turns up.
Mm-hmm.
They turn up. Are we playing? What time are we playing next week?
That's 8:20.
No way. It's prime time?
Yes, prime time. Yes.
Fuck, that's going to be fun.
Yeah. So we go in and we can't, you know what I mean? Like now the Chargers aren't that. The Chargers barely beat the Titans. But if the Steelers defense showed up today like they did, it'll be a lot better next week. I mean,
that's going to be heaps fun. Next week is a Steelers at LA. My 12:20 lunchtime, so I'll probably be getting on the
there you go. Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's good.
If I don't have to work, I guess I've got to work. Let's come back. I really want to celebrate this victory because it is a good one, and we're going to do some podcasts. You'll be doing the Monday night special tomorrow on Steelers Giants podcast. That goes really well too because you can sometimes watch football too, and you and Shane can talk football. And your podcast, give guys a shout out to Steelers Giants podcast doing really well.
Thank you.
I just want to give.
You just got back to your house, man. Now traveling worldwide for a month and a half. Now you're home, slept in your bed. People at the Winners Pub know, hey, Mark's back. You know what I mean? Like,
there's no one there, and I get there. I can't go there today because I got to work in about 6 hours. So that's fine.
Shucks.
But I think this is one we need to celebrate because, and let's start with the defense. I think we can start with the defense. How impressed were you by the overall, I guess, like changes on defense and different, personnel was playing and different. I think they were just willing to hit someone today. How impressed were you by the defense and the 6 turnovers?
I was very impressed. I said the intensity was turned up top notch. It was like a microwave where you turn it up to 100 degrees. When TJ Watt got that strip sack fumble recovery of that, it was just a different tone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Cam Hayward was they were getting in the face of Jones all day long.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, Queen was flying around. Peyton Wilson was flying around.
Yep.
You know, Herbig, Highsmith, everybody. Look, even Slay, to my detrimental thing of talking about him, still kept the receivers in front of him and not behind him. So
he was getting burnt here and there, but I
Right.
think that's football, right? The other team
Yeah.
has to win too, to a certain degree. They're making plays, this and this.
Joey Porter had that big interception.
Yeah.
But he also had the 2 pass interference.
2 flags.
Yeah, he averages
also
1 or 2 flags a game.
There's also, I think we could do another podcast about for an hour and a half
On
talking
Joey
about
Porter.
Joey Porter. You know, because he's only had 3 interceptions in 3 years, and something's saying, I just want more from him. People want more from Highsmith.
Me
He
too.
played great today.
Yeah.
People want more from Muth. He played good today. I want more from Joey Porter. I think Joey Porter's
well. I'm going to be honest with you. I want anybody that's got a goddamn Steeler jersey that gets paid. I'm not getting paid, so you don't expect more from me. Maybe more mouth. But if you wear Steeler jerseys and you play somewhere on a Sunday or a Monday or a Thursday, I want more from you. And that's what you just because they were on the sidelines, they were getting into it with each other, high-fiving after the defense and stuff. So they were into it today, where you didn't see that the last couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I think there was better communication. I think as well, a big congrats to the safeties. Kyle Duggan for his, he got the game ball, and I think Ramsey playing safety was cool too. That was very. I can't wait to watch that again. That was interesting. And then you had one side where Slay went out. The next minute, James Pierre came in and made some plays, and he stepped up.
Yeah, I mean, so. I thought Beanie Bishop was going to be activated, but I am not.
I don't know. That's also another curious thing.
I don't know
how
they
he
do
plays
that.
last year, all these games, and he had 4 picks. And next minute, he's on he's benched
nowhere to be
behind.
Found.
Yeah,
like I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either. It's just one of those like depth things where you just not.
And like Afton said, Harrison.
Correct.
He came back from injury. He
I
played
agree.
like the Steelers defense to me played. Look, I'm going to give them all an A. It doesn't matter what the score, an A the whole way around, because I know I was complaining, I was irritated, and I just saw this play that you just said about the Cincinnati. There it is, Chicago running. That's so funny. Oh, that's
didn't see it.
I didn't see it till now.
That?
No, I didn't see it till now. That's good. But also too. And I didn't see this either. The Carolina Panthers they beat the Packers.
Yeah, upset.
I don't think there's any strong teams, and that's what I mean. So when the Steelers play, they have to be strong all the time. And if we got that, then I think we're good. I just think that we are still in the hunt for the AFC. In the AFC, just get us into the playoffs and just go from there.
Well, I think Rodgers gives you a good chance to win too. You know
Rodgers
how they play.
Is something, man. But I'm gonna get the jersey. I swear to God, Brian next pay, I'll order it. I gotta get a 4X because I'm at Dairy Queen and some burgers and stuff.
It's well deserved though, having Dairy Queen today.
Yeah, I celebrated it. It's a celebration. I mean,
I love that kind of ice cream where you can hold upside down, it doesn't move.
Doesn't drip or nothing. No,
it's so fake. Okay, so back to I want to start as well with I think TJ Watt's turnover kind of sparked the defense to muscle up and man up as well. They were going down the field, and he does what he does. Now, a lot of fans, and I even heard Shano out there the other week saying he wanted to trade TJ.
I know.
What are you doing, Shano?
It's a hot take. A hot take on the Dynasty
podcast. They're not trading TJ Watt. He's the guy.
No.
Even if he's slower this year, they won't trade him.
You just want him to win a playoff game and then go from there, and then they could get that. He can get that playoff monkey off his back.
But his turnover today, I think, sparked them to start playing better defense overall and getting turnovers, and that was like the flow-on effect, putting pressure in Indiana Jones's face, and I think it was worth it. Now, we haven't seen it last 2 games, and sure, the overreaction from the Steeler Nation is, we got to trade him. I don't think you trade him away for anything. I think he's one of your best players, and and he's like a Cameron Hayward. They just won't do it until it fizzles out the next 5 years. Then he'll just retire. But he made a fantastic play, and that started things to turn around. Also, you had the play from Wilson that was like in coverage. The linebackers dropped back, Danny Dimes didn't see him at all in coverage
because everybody was in his face. Like Keanu Benton too. We didn't even talk about him.
He got a sack or two, I think, as well.
Like he was playing great.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the defense on a whole, like that first Colts drive when he went down and scored, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, me too.
I was thinking,
I was like, oh no.
Go. And then, but the problem was, okay, Pittsburgh got the ball first, and then 3 straight. I mean, they weren't running the ball. That first drive, that was a three passes
in a row, yeah.
You know, and you got it when Aaron Rodgers throws you the ball and it hits your hands and hits
Jonas Smith first catch, right? You thinking, oh boy, you know.
Yep,
that's why we love football, Bobby, because it turns around and it goes our direction, right? And we are yet to mention that I was giving in my chat today, Steel Nation Australia, I was saying that Highsmith has to do something, and he had one of his best, probably Steeler games ever.
Must have heard you.
He had 2 sacks. He was putting his paws up. He was playing unbelievable football. Tackles for loss. He was
60 million. He got to do something.
That rotation with him and TJ Watt and then Herbig, those, and also on the same time with the interception by Jack Sawyer, you had Herbig on the field with, I think, TJ, and he rushed the middle, and next minute the other 41 came around the outside. They're mixing shit up. You know, that's what I like to see, is those guys mixing it up and getting to the quarterback. You don't know who's coming and what time.
Mm-mm.
So I was very impressed with the defense. Like, the defense was on fire today.
That was the best. That was the best defensive performance all season long. Better than the Cleveland Browns, because the Cleveland Browns were not 7-1. They weren't leading the AFC, and I don't think that's ever happened. So there you go.
They've been leading 7-1.
They've never.
I wonder if they've ever won. They've ever been 7-1 and anyone was down. Probably never.
I don't think they were 7-1. I think even when they were like in the 80s, when they had Bernie Kosar, I think they were never the top AFC team. I think it was always Denver. Then
Isn't
them.
That funny though? The Browns, in the recent history, even the AFC North, when it started in 2002, they've never come first in the AFC North.
Well, they could never. How about they just never come at all? How's that? Just never. Yeah. They just never do that. And the thing is, though, they today, the Steelers defense, because they had a lot. They were up against the wall. No respect. None given. I mean,
media taking them on. Steeler fans taking them on.
Rex Ryan was calling them atrocious at 10:30 this morning. He was going off. Yep. And really, Rex Ryan just sits there and gets paid for it. But what has he ever did? Never lead anybody to a Super Bowl, you know, and he coached the Jets. But
he had that Jets defense back in the day, but that's about it.
Yeah, but they couldn't beat us. So
yeah, that's true.
But they had a great game today. The whole game ball, defense, just opportunist, just getting those picks, fumbles, sacks. I mean, it was great.
I guess the thing we can always improve on too for the defense. They can improve on those 4th downs, but I think the Colts one of them.
Nobody's going to run. Nobody's going to go 5 4th downs against us like that today. They just thought that they did not respect us, and they're like, we're going to run. We're going to run, and you're not going to stop us, and we're going to get the first down. And they were right. That is the only thing that we did not do today that was subpar, was stop them on the 4th down attempts. But
who was your, I guess, favorite player on defense? Who was like the standout for you, or is there?
I'm gonna give. I mean, besides the big money guys, I'm gonna go Peyton Wilson today, having a better game than usual, and actually Jack Sawyer getting a lot more time. And last week he didn't get a lot of playing time. So those 2 young guys and Keanu Benton, it seems like the young lions of the Steelers. I'm going to give them all a plug. I mean, even though the Cam Haywards and the TJs and the Highsmiths and the Ramseys are always going to get talked about, I'm just going to talk about the young lions, because we need young lions to keep this. This is a marathon. You know, we're 5-3, first week in November. We still got 2.5 more months to go.
We have a long way to go until the end of the season.
Yeah,
like a long way. And who
was yours? Who was yours?
I think, to be honest, I think Highsmith really stepped it up today. I think he was one player I was watching the last few games where I didn't see him beat his man too well on the outside. I didn't see him get any good like pass reps, but Danny Jones held the ball way too long. The tackles were getting cooked. And by the way, they're a really good offensive line, those guys out there in Colts territory. So they're getting cooked on the outside, one-on-one coverage, getting held a bit.
Why don't you think they tried not even to establish the run?
I think they did, but I think the Steelers are taking care of business.
Maybe. I mean, because, this is the number one rushing. I mean, he was 900 yards looking at MVP right now, 14 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's
the Steelers just took him completely. I mean, he wasn't even a fucking piece on the board. Like, he wasn't, like, I wasn't even scared. Like
they shut that down. I think that was in terms of the internal pressure. It was also when the they're not going to really factor in Danny Jones, running with the football, right? That's not going to happen. So they kind of
and his legs didn't beat us either today, which is surprising because I seen Danny Dimes there run, for 50 yards for a touchdown and the Giants and stuff like that. Yeah. And also too, that Penn State tight end did not kill us either. And they were in front of him and they would wrap him up. And I seen a lot more, not so much missed tackles today either. No, maybe
much better.
Okay. Much better. You can agree with me on that one. Okay, good.
All right, let's go do a ray gun reset. If you just for a little minute, so I'm going to get a quick drink of water. So Bubba can get a water as well, or chug a beer for 20 seconds. And when we come back, we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers and the offense, and also Aaron Rodgers and Darnell Washington. He played fucking massive today. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll be right back.
I'm speaking. Can you hear me? Can you ask me a question? Yes.
Bubba, we're going to film you one day doing that.
No way. I'll never. You want to film me? It'd take you 20 minutes for me to turn over. I mean, I used to do Diamond Dallas Page yoga, and I remember I believe you, Jaime, but I didn't even know what number he was. Dunker's number was 29.
29, yeah.
And I had to find him, and I mean, he did get the play ball. I mean, look, 3 days, the whole defense on a whole gets a big prop for me.
They played much better. They definitely. If you're walking around the locker room, you say, "Congrats, Cam. Congrats, TJ. Congrats, these guys." And let's just hope you guys can keep it up next week and when you play another good team. But I definitely think they deserve the credit for the win. Like, they fucking played tough.
Yeah, I don't want to rupture my hernia. I wouldn't want to rupture my hernia doing that dance. But I could do the running man.
Yeah,
here I am sitting down.
I want to give a shout out to. I didn't know this because the game goes so fast, right?
I know.
Trey Sermon was in there for the special teams, right? He was playing teams. So he could have played running back. Also, did you know that Lou Nichols was playing teams today?
Mm-mm.
Didn't know that either. He got a tackle today on teams. He was 35.
There I
so
go.
He was playing teams. I don't know if they're going to play him running the rock. But Lou Nichols,
we liked him. We liked him too. We liked him.
Yeah, he was fun to watch.
Preseason.
That might have been his first tackle in the NFL.
Well, I think the practice squad, it's very hard to get to the real squad. But I mean, there's some players like they had that Forrest guy from the Commanders, and I was like, oh, they're going to probably suit him up because they're going to need him. But and then that Plum Lee, receiver. I still think that they're going to be buying come Tuesday. I think.
If they're in this point now, to be honest, 5-3, and maybe that's why they wanted to wait till they got there. There could be a possibility they do go and get a receiver number 2, and maybe
that's all they need. That's all they just give Aaron the weapons that he needs. Like Aaron Rodgers is like. I know we'll go right in. Is like okay, he'd be like a ninja, but with a ninja, he only has a sword. So Aaron Rodgers needs throwing stars, nunchucks. Fire, everything. And he needs all that stuff being a ninja, and he only has the swords. He doesn't have he needs all this stuff, all of it to be a super ultimate ninja assassin.
One of the best ninja movies I ever saw in my life is the California, what is it?
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah, Beverly Hills Ninja with Chris Farley.
Chris Farley. Yeah.
That's so fucking funny. He rolls like when he rolls
roll
for
like
like 2.5 minutes. He rolls and goes. He's passed now, isn't he? I think he's one.
Yes,
he's one of the best.
he has. A lot of cocaine. A lot of cocaine in his life. Yes.
But he's like delivery and I think comedic, like just overall comedic vibe. He was fucking tremendous.
That's what Aaron Rodgers is. Aaron Rodgers is like a master ninja assassin, but he needs all the weaponry. Yep, there he is. See, he's throwing a throwing star right there with his fist. You know, throwing stars.
Mike someone knew about.
He's like, I'm going to get you next year. Just hold up. And we knew that. We knew when he whispered something in his ear last year when we did these shows. We knew something.
He said you're gonna be 5-3. That's what he said.
Yeah. He's like, you're coming to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that film's fantastic, by the way. That's a great Beverly Hills Ninja. I don't know what's he doing in that film. I don't understand what I can't remember the premise or anything like that. I just remember he's like,
it's been a while since I've seen it.
He's trying to help someone. Is a really
some blonde girl, the girl from Knots
Landing. I remember when he's like holding onto there's like it's like 4 or 5 swords, and he just goes, "Hoi, hoi." He starts fixing shit up.
Well, that's what I think Kung Fu Panda was a ripoff of Beverly Hills Ninja.
Oh, really?
I believe so. Yeah.
That film is so good, and everything. He's so super serious about being a ninja, and he's like the worst one. Yeah, and he's like oh, it's to do with like he's like part of like some big like temple in China or Japan or something.
He's the worst of the worst.
Yeah, and then he's like his brother or stepbrother's got to save him all the time.
Yep.
Anyways, I just think that's great.
Well, it's about the same. I mean, but Aaron Rodgers does the saving. Aaron Rodgers is doing the saving. Like, and the way he commands the offense, the way he has the time clock down to 0-0-0 when he's getting hiking the ball, that takes a lot of time off. If we could sit here and add all the time that he does that, adds minutes off of the defense, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, there we go. Yeah,
he's often arose by the ninjas. Yeah, that's great. I agree with you. I think as well the offense does need work because there were drops. There was, some plays you go, oh, why would you do that? But overall, Rodgers had a pretty good day. He went 25, 35, 203 yards, 5.8 average.
Could you imagine if the 7 drop passes would have been caught? He'd had 300 yards. Like, definitely. Aaron Rodgers would have had an average of 300-yard games and over 20 touchdowns probably if our tight ends and our receivers and our running backs would catch the balls. Because I like how Aaron Rodgers is throwing out in the flat to the running backs now. Yep. You know what I mean? And I like that. And he could do that. He talked about that too. He talked about
trusting Warren more and giving him a chance. And if he's down there, he's going to give him the ball. I think he's got a good connection today. Now. Yeah. Who was it with? It was Freiermuth.
Warren, got the two running touchdowns today.
Oh, yes.
He only had like 30 some yards. So our running offense needs to be a little bit more. And I saw sightings of Caleb Johnson today. So
I talked about that in the live when you were doing the live too, right? I actually like the fact they brought him here at that time. Mm-hmm. I think it's a great way. And also you can tell that when Johnson does get it together, and maybe it's going to be a next year thing, right? When he starts to get it together, I think he's going to be a good running back because his speed is phenomenal.
He got that ball out of the backfield. He got that ball out of the backfield, almost got a first down, or was a first down. It was very, very close. But also, too, we still have a lot of games. So now you slowly – it's sort of like, I don't know, eating chili and putting a little bit of crackers in your chili. I don't know. Yeah. So the crackers is – the little pieces of crackers in your chili is Caleb Johnson. So
bit by bit.
Yeah, bit by bit. We got 2 months to go. So if he slowly starts getting to be able to run the ball, catch, and he doesn't catch the ball very well. He didn't in college. I don't believe so, but he did today. So give him a little bit more. They don't have
to use him straight away because they have Warren. They have number 14 in Gainwell.
Gainwell's good, I believe.
So I think it's a good way to introduce him to the game and get him reps. And I think it was fantastic. He ran one. He already caught the ball. Sorry, touched the ball twice. But at the time of the game, up by 17, why not use Caleb Johnson to get him involved?
Both positive yardage too. Both positive yardage, almost a first down in the run, almost a first down, I think, in the pass catch. I mean, I'm not sure, but those are all positive yards. But I don't know. Like Afton said on her show, I think when Samola came out, the run offense was not as good.
It changes because Spencer Anderson goes into left guard. And that's probably an issue because they don't have a solution for that. They don't have someone else to be a jumbo package or another O lineman to do what they do with him.
It only got to have somebody. There got to be somebody.
Well, they're not doing it 2 games in a row now. Spencer Anderson, once Ciamala goes out, they abandon the jumbo package run, which has been working.
They got to have somebody else in. If Anderson has got to be the guard, they got to like bring somebody in. You know, I don't know if it's a tackle or it's the other Anderson or if it's McCollum or somebody. She just ready to go. Put
That's
McCollum
true. There's some really good points here. It's like Jaime agrees and Afton too. Why not guard? I want to go back though to this point here too. Why do they put KJ Johnson like this for Herbig and put him in advantageous positions for him to let him work? I think that's what they kind of did today. Up by 17, put him in the field because you never know. Maybe he goes off for a big run of 20 yards. I thought that was the right way to play him. They didn't play him the last 2 games, and the offense does seem to work. And Rodgers, now he's connecting with Austin. He's connecting with Jonas Smith, Fryer, DK, everyone, moving the ball around.
But also, too, they got to switch up when they put Ben Skronik in because, you know, it's a run. I heard that on the way to get Dairy Queen food by DVE. It's a run. And the thing is, though, but also, too, when they run a little bit more and they use that jumbo stuff, they are tiring defenses because they tired Cleveland and they tired defenses with that jumbo. And then Jalen Warren was getting a lot of runs.
Imagine getting hit every time, 3 or 4 times in a row. And I thought Jones, and to shout the O-line too, I thought Jones and the offensive line, Frazier, and the other bloke on the side, McCormick, sorry, and the other guy, Faatanu, you didn't hear about them. I think they got sacks here and there, but overall, I think they did a pretty good job, like protecting the pass and pushing. But
well, that one
package is going to push them in the field.
I'm sorry, that one where they had it was like a second down or it was a first down or something, and I think Gainwell or Jalen Warren got fucking caught in the backfield for like 10-yard loss. He came in clean. They didn't chip him. That lineman come in clean. So I mean, stuff like that does happen.
Well, it's football. Football happens, right?
Yeah, they got to play too. I mean,
exactly. And they're the best. They are a really good defense as well.
Well, they were the best. They were, until they came to Pittsburgh. Now they're 7-2. So,
but I mean, it is true. I think with Caleb Johnson, I think the way they were maybe trying to force his hand too much made the mistake here and there. I don't know what's going to happen now. Roman Wilson and his, productivity.
That was a bum. That was just a freaky kind of play. It was just a freaky fucking play.
You think someone's going to hold him in the doghouse now, or is he just going to be?
I don't. I look. I just believe that our receiving core, like I said before, even our receiving core is not a high grade. Metcalf was nowhere to be found in the second half until we recovered that onside
2 drops.
And he has a drop in every game. Metcalf is not playing physical because I just think maybe he's trying to do too much. Maybe I don't know. But he doesn't have that
He kind of runs like he's a great player. He runs before he catches. He catch, you know what I mean? He catch wrong like that.
But also too, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have the other. He doesn't have someone else. Because if you got someone else that's dangerous that can catch the ball, you're not going to be double teamed all the time. They can't fucking have. They got to give, like I said, Rodgers, the ninja assassin master. They got to give him some weapons. But Metcalf, when he throws and it's in your hands, dude, you have to catch it. And if it's in your breadbasket,
I give him a break though. I think what I saw.
Well, you're a little nicer than me. Like he's getting paid big money. He's got to. Hey, fucking Hines Ward would have caught them balls hitting his hands.
What I saw
Brown
in double though was unbelievable. So I think he can bounce back. I'm not gonna
I'm not saying, oh, let's get rid of DK Metcalf. I say let's get some help. But I believe that Aaron Rodgers, when he throws the ball, I think it's coming in like a fucking
Coming in
missile.
hot.
Yeah, and I think I think your hands are like, oh fuck, Aaron, you're fucking killing me. Like,
Yeah, coming in hot.
I just think that I don't think they can catch his hand because he's still got a strong arm.
Right. Let's talk about this bubble. We've got a few more minutes, but another 10,
Sure.
15 minutes before we go. Because it is Victory Sunday.
Victory Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening.
I can't believe we won today. Like,
I can. I fucking said it.
I thought we had a real
But I
good
say it
chance
all
to
the
win.
time.
Let's talk about Rodgers and Washington. Darnell Washington. This to me is the overall it's trust factor. It's a great connection. I think he's got a mismatch against cornerbacks and linebackers. They see him playing the run, and next minute he's breaking out for a pass. By the way, too, all the defenders have the biggest body to hit. How can you miss him?
Got it. I mean, it's like
he must get a lot of hits. The guy's huge, but he's getting hit everywhere, right? He catches the ball. He's quite slow, but I love the fact they're using him in that one drive. They use him 4 times going down the field. You think him and Darnell?
He caught some passes, and there's 3 people around him. He caught it. Him and Rodgers have a connection. That's probably the best tight end connection. I would say Freiermuth is a little below him. Juju Smith is not as much because if he doesn't catch these balls, Rodgers is probably going to not look at him as much.
Yep.
But, I mean, we do have a strong tight end department. But Darnell Washington, you're trying to tackle him. It's like, fuck, I don't play pinball. Do you play pinball?
I've seen it. Yeah.
A pinball. Well, those bumpers, fucking their bumper things or whatever, that's fucking Darnell Washington when the ball comes. You know what I mean? Those are the defenders bouncing off of him. So,
but I think they have a connection now to get the ball 4 times in one drive, I think it was, or 3 times in one drive, and get first downs after first downs or whatever it was. He was on fire going down the field. I think him and Darnell have a real connection where Rodgers trusts him. He knows where he's going to be. He can high point the ball and he catches it and he just falls forward 5 yards. They haven't used this is the most they've used Darnell, I think, in all his career. And you just hope to see him get those because he can't run. He's a big guy. He's not going to run to the end zone for 50 yards.
No, but also too, if you give him a 5-yard pass, he turns it into a 9-yard gain because I mean, Jesus God Almighty, he's not like when I said he was 260 on our stream. Yeah, I'm 270, and that ain't no. I'm not. There ain't no. I haven't been 270 in 10 years, so he's over 300 pounds. He's huge.
Yeah, he's a big guy, and I think the connection there is really good to see. I love the fact they use him in the blocking game too, in that jumbo package. They're getting him moving down the field. Rodgers is now linking up, and even with Freiermuth now, he's getting connections up. Yes. Austin, right?
Yes, it's a committee. It's a committee of people catching the balls. But the problem is they need to catch the balls when they get it thrown to them. But they also need one more committee. They need one more person.
You reckon they make a move the next?
They have. I would just because you have Aaron Rodgers, you have a future Hall of Famer, the 5th quarterback in the NFL history. Why wouldn't you want to get him another receiver to get him something to play with, get him something to ease off the tension because if they can't cover everybody, someone's going to be open and Aaron can light them up. Just give him the weapons that we need to get us and keep winning and get us into the playoffs. Just simple facts.
Wasn't Jalen Waddle meant to be connected or
I don't care who we get.
Rumored?
We just we get anybody that wants to sell because their team is in decimation. That could be a factor. I mean, I just saw a crazy thing before we came on about AJ Brown linked to us and the Patriots. Like, I have no idea. Like, and I don't know nothing because I just live in Western Pennsylvania, and AI is crazy, and people are just looking for clickbait, like you always say.
Oh yeah.
But I believe the Steelers need that. They're just, what's one more cherry on top of a fucking sundae? I always like 2 cherries on a sundae. Why not another cherry?
So they've got around the league now, all the teams like the Jets, the Dolphins, and these kind of teams, the Bengals are looking to probably trade Hendrickson as well because they've just now lost too. So they're going to try and get their draft picks back because they can't win this season. It's kind of done. George said you would like Ola from the Saints. Could be a possibility.
That Rashid guy from the Saints too is a deep threat. And I don't know what happened with the dude, the MVP guy that didn't come in. That came in Monday and I don't know what happened there. Like Rodgers really, really liked him, and they played together.
Oh, Scantling, yeah. The rumor was he showed up. But Tomlin said everyone shows up to these meetings all the time, and there was nothing connected.
No,
They asked Tomlin about it too, and they said, well, he turned up, but there's no. But he just would have been on the depth chart. If they're going to make a move, they need to make a move for like a true number 2 or someone like that.
Yeah,
you know. We'll see how it happens if the trade deadline is tomorrow or the next day. So
Tuesday.
a few days
When we go live Tuesday, that'll be it.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man, what else do you think about this game, Bubba? I thought Chris Boswell was good.
I think. I think, like I said, the only bad stuff that a lot of positive stuff. The negative stuff that I saw that I want him to clear up is when, and I don't like the fucking Buffalo Bills either. I just want to put that out there. When the receivers for the Steelers get Aaron Rodgers and he throws the ball to him, please catch the ball. Catch it if it hits you. If it hits you in the hands and the chest, it's not Aaron Rodgers' fault. It is your fault. And that's the fault that I'm going to go with, because he has a lot of passes like that haven't been caught, and also too, which we hopefully won't see again. Maybe the Baltimore game, if this comes down to it, these fourth downs, these short fourth downs on trying to how to stop it. Other than that, that's the two things that I saw that I didn't like today. But the majority of today's game, I was liking it, and it was great to come back and score 17 points in the second quarter. I like that. And score in the second half was too. We didn't score last week. Could you imagine if we scored a touchdown last week instead of a field goal?
You never know.
No.
Now the Colts they had points in the last quarter. They had 13 points in the last quarter. Some was garbage time.
Yep.
And that's what was closer. But I think the game really was kind of over 27-10. But they came back to make it closer. But overall, I think it's a good victory for the Steelers to win at home.
Huge. Best victory of the year so far, in my eyes. Best victory defensively. Maybe not so much offensively for the Steelers, but they had to play the offense as much as they played. But defensively, the best defense. This probably is the best defense in probably in a year and a half, maybe 2 years, because of Jonathan Taylor being so talked about.
Correct.
And 14 touchdowns, and you said he got less than 60 yards. That's a huge moral victory for the Steelers defense.
Yeah. I hope fans do give them credit and don't look to the score, because they were playing that prevent defense, and that means the time is going ticking.
Yes.
And they,
and they always play that. They always play that.
And also too, the Colts were averaging 34 points a game. So to only to allow them 17 points is a victory. To beat the Colts is a victory. Some of these things I'm like, the defense played 6 takeaways, 5 sacks and fumbles and interceptions, and I can't remember who got all the fucking takeaways.
And that was the first time we beat them in 3 years, and we were at home, thank God, because the last 2 seasons we didn't beat them in every.
Yeah, they've always been that sneaky team. I saw another stat out there that the Colts, they've played a different quarterback the last 7 years in a row.
Well, that's a crazy. Yeah, and they'll probably trade. I mean, that Aaron Richardson.
Last year was Joe Flacco. The year before that was Brissett.
Yeah.
Or someone like that. Terrible. I can't remember. Like they turned the ball. Like Highsmith had a fumble. They were just turning the ball over, and it was coming. When the Steelers turn the ball over, if you're a Colts team turning six turnovers, Bubba, you can't win a game.
No,
I don't think 7, but still,
no. Because if that would have happened, I'd be pulling my hair out. Because that.
I think if we lost this game,
I'd have been pissed.
Ooh, I'd be pissed for probably a week. I think.
Yeah.
Because of how I think they played 4 quarters. I think they played all quarters. They were in the game all the time, and I think they definitely well coached. And overall, I think it was a strong game for an upset that the Steelers weren't.
I'm still not giving Terrell Austin a fucking see you next year thing. I want rid of that son of a bitch.
Yeah, I don't know when his contract ends.
They just need to fight. Look, whatever happens, whenever the Steelers, whatever happens, the end of the season, wherever they get rid of him. But like I said, they got to get somebody, and he, as Tomlin, has to let the defensive coordinator coach and just stay out of it and just be the head coach.
Well, it was talked about that the other day that Austin said that he runs the plays, he calls the plays, but obviously the head coach has say as well.
Yeah, I mean, we all know. He's been having a say for many, many years.
But I don't think it's not the fact where Tomlin is calling the plays, but he probably says, "Hey, do this or do that," as a head coach should.
He's still suggesting, and he still should never put his mark on it. Let the defensive coordinator call the plays, because that's why
as well, though, I think near the end of the game, they do play that prevent defense because they want the time to tick over, and it runs out where they run out of possessions, really. So I was really shocked about that field goal for the Colts field goal. I was like, oh, shit, they're going for a field goal now. I thought they were going to go down the field, try and score, waste time, and then, but that was more or less good coaching by the Colts to get back into the game, then down by a touch, 10 points, right?
Right,
so,
right.
Shout out to them. I think the Colts are a good team. They're a good football side.
They're okay. But we've seen that they're not as good as the media has made them out to be. The Steelers stepped up and met them head on and punched them in the mouth.
Who was your favorite player or play today out of everyone?
Well, maybe to get it started, to get it all started was TJ Watt with that strip sack. Mm-hmm. I believe just because TJ started it and people seen him, it's like Jurassic Park. I just seen a dinosaur. So I'll go with TJ Watt to start it. I'm happy with the Steelers defense totally today. So I'm not going to, last Monday, I was.
Oh yeah. I saw the show.
Yeah, I was bad. I was bad. And it's hard for me because I know we can play better. I know the money that we spent, people shouldn't be scoring 30 points against us. Mm-hmm. So
today definitely felt better, like a high-speed defense. It kind of felt that kind of game. 6 turnovers felt fantastic. My favorite player today, I think, was Alex Highsmith. He was on fire. I think he had one of the best games. He had, two sacks. He had 7 tackles, 3 for a loss, and 1 pass deflection and a QB hit. You know what was crazy? The defense was hitting Danny Dimes every fucking play.
Oh yeah,
dude, that guy must be bruised, man.
Yeah, he's like in a snake pit. Oh my God, his Buffalo Bills are just.
Are you seeing the game too? The Buffalo game?
I'm watching it. Yeah,
I would prefer that Chiefs to lose now than.
I rather have. Here's my craziness. Like if the Denver Broncos leads the AFC West, the Chiefs, I don't want the Buffalo Bills to have the AFC North with their, game home field advantage.
It's Bills right now. Bills and New England Patriots are fighting out for the division. The Colts, to see how they figure out everything. We now have a win over the Colts, though. We have an advantage.
Yes,
so if we win games, we can have
an advantage over the. We have beat the Colts. We have beat the Patriots.
True.
And
we haven't played anyone yet.
we lost to Seattle. Was the leading that division.
I think everyone's watching the game, bro.
Yeah. And then the Packers. So we are 2-2 against people that are leading their division. I think I could be wrong.
Beat the Browns. Good. We beat Colts, and they're up there.
I don't like. I tell you what. Care about. I don't like either of these teams either, because some people are just look like right now the Buffalo Bills has the Steelers number, and I said on our stream, like when they had Jim Kelly on, like it was a Monday night game, Pittsburgh Steelers, and Don Beebe got knocked out, and then ever since then the Steelers are beating the Buffalo Bills all the time. So it's just it hasn't come to that effect where the Steelers are beating Buffalo Bills. You know what I mean? Like it's the Buffalo Bills. Maybe the Steelers beat them once every 5 tries, which is not good enough for me. You know what I mean? So, and I don't think they're that good. I don't think the Chiefs are that good. I don't think the AFC. Just all depends on who shows up. I mean, if we're in the AFC Championship game playing a defense like we played today against the number 1 MV player, offensive player of the year so far, and we shut them down, well then, fuck, I'm taking Steelers all day, every day.
Yeah, a great game plan to get him down. But the New England Patriots now, they've won 6 in a row. Bills can win this game. Steelers leading their division. Bubble, so we lead our division now, right? We're 5-3. with a +7.
Our division's very weak. Those other three fucking King Ghidorah looking motherfuckers, like, because they're three faces of evil. King Ghidorah, that's the 3-headed lizard in Godzilla movies.
What?
Yeah, Godzilla movies.
I looked up Dora the Godzilla.
No, Godzilla. King Ghidorah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
King Ghidorah, yes.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, none of us like Cincy, Cleveland, or Baltimore. None of us. There's nobody in this chat unless it's one of those people from their fan base jumping in here. And I know there's no Cincinnati Bengals in my Steeler Dynasty podcast because they get out.
Did you know that the Bengals have points allowed 300?
Their defense sucks.
300 points allowed. They are the league leading team points allowed. 300.
2 weeks from now is a revenge game at home. Jamar Chase.
I think we take care of
Jamar Chase. We beat him. We beat him up physically, and we get to Joe Flacco, and Flacco's
I agree.
Shoulder joint. Yeah.
I think they come out with.
I want Joe Flacco. I want Joe Flacco to come to Pittsburgh, even though him and Brady have better records against us. I want to beat Joe Flacco before he goes and works at Walmart.
But I reckon they will. I reckon they'll come out the same kind of game plan with the Herbigs and the Highsmith and TJs rotating different spots, different positions. And
Just maybe they put Ramsey in that spot if they put him at safety. Because no offense, Thornhill, nice guy on the internet. Great. I follow him on TikTok. Nice guy, but he's just not doing it for us. Duggar, Dig Dug, Mighty Duggar, whatever it's going to be called.
How is that, right? He got signed 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And then he plays a great game.
Most of the game today. So he'll just get better and better. And then, it's a shame that Elliott's out.
Yes.
But Peppers comes in. They need to use Peppers in some kind of scheme somewhere.
And he was injured today too. There was some reason he was out as well.
Yeah. Well, maybe he won't go to Walmart. Maybe Kmart. Is there a Kmart anymore? I don't know. I have no idea.
Here's one for you. ESB Insights. The Bengals are the first team to score 38 points back-to-back and lose both games since 1966 Giants. Wow.
Copy and paste that. Send that on Wednesday and shut him up. Because he just thinks, he just goes off on a tangent and he hates the Steelers so much.
I had to quiet him down. Did you see me? I told him to hurry up the other day.
Yeah, I know you did.
I was like, hurry up, mate. Hurry up. You had 10 minutes. You had 10 minutes.
I mean, hey, when you get into the lobby of your Cincinnati Bengals organization, what do they see? They see a cactus to the side, and they see the water cooler. They definitely don't see any Super Bowl trophies in your office.
He was calling us frauds and this and that. I'm thinking, that's a joke.
I'm like, dude,
I was like, I couldn't handle. You had 8 minutes, 7 minutes. Then around 9, I was like, hurry up, let's go. Come on.
He tries to think he's an NFL analyst. I'm not an NFL analyst.
Neither am I.
About the Steelers.
But we know what we see. We understand what we see right now. What I see right now is Mahomes getting pressured
and getting killed.
Almost picked. Yeah.
I think that's a fumble. Yeah, I think that's a fumble.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like either of these two teams. But also, too, he's never going to give us our just due. Like we're dirty. We're dirty. There's no Steelers that are dirty. And then he was talking Jack. I'm like, dude, Jack Lambert, fucking, you can't even I can't even name.
Mahomes got lit up then.
I can't even think of the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't even know if the Bengals in the Hall of Fame. Anthony Munoz, one Bengal is in the Hall of Fame.
Did you see that? Yes, I did. Mahomes on the outside, he got fucking lit up.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather see. I'd rather see the Buffalo Bills lose 3 because then it makes us whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but these are going to be a big play to the Chiefs there. But this is going to be a game where it's shootout basically. But that's a great stat. Since 1966, the Bengals are the first team to score 38 plus and not win.
Yeah. Yeah, bring that up.
They scored 39. They scored 39 and 42 and they lost.
Before you even get started, be like, look, everybody in Steelers Roundtree, I just want to bring up this one fact. And I'm going to bring it. Hold on. I had to cut and paste it because I talked about it Sunday. And I'm going to talk about it again and then just bring up that fact.
Oh, yeah, I'll be ready for sure.
Yeah.
I think the Bengals are just, they weren't, they weren't serious to play this year because once Joe Burrow goes out, the whole season's done.
Oh, that was a nice pass, though. That was a nice pass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big down the sideline for sure.
Yeah. I don't like either one, though. I'm happy we won. And I can go to bed. I can go to bed now. And it's so exciting.
Speaking of bed, I got to stay up the next 12 hours. Because it's like my daytime now.
Well, what night? What time Tuesday? Well, I got you on here.
Same time, 6 p.m.
Oh, you want to go 6 from now on?
Yeah, I should be fine. The same time. Yeah, I'm back to normal now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back
at
on my house.
8. I thought it was 8 before.
It depends because I think the daylight savings is changing as well. So I don't know. I have fucking no idea.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, Bungles are garbage. They are garbage. Let's hope so, John Ecker. Going to Super Bowl. Yeah, 100%. All right, Bubba, let's get out of here. It was a great show. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. I said they were going to win.
I know. You're the only one out of
probably
everyone.
But in my defense, I always take Pittsburgh every week, no matter what. No matter what the odds. Against all odds, I'm taking Pittsburgh.
I just didn't see how they could bounce back from those two bad performances. I should have known Mike Tomlin better than that because that's what he does.
It's not like you know. I mean, I know you write them and stuff, but you got to start calling them on the phone.
Yeah. Well, I just didn't think it was going to happen. I thought, we're going to lose again. You know, they're going to carve us up, and it was the complete turnaround. So now we've got to build on that. We've got to talk about it. We've got to build on that, and we've got to.
I'm happy.
Sunday night football next week's going to be crazy.
Yep.
Steelers versus Chargers, 7-2.
Us up. Oh, the Steelers, they beat the Colts last week, and I think they can do it again. Now the national media has taken Pittsburgh and all four of it. Collinsworth was like, just sucking the juices out of the Steelers defense. Like, I love the Steelers defense. They're great. You know what I mean? Like,
wait, 6-3 Chargers versus a 5-3 Steelers.
Yeah, Chargers didn't play anybody today.
Who'd they play?
Yeah. I think they played the Titans.
Yeah.
I think.
They won 27-20. They beat the Vikings like we did. They lost to the Colts 38-24. They lost to the Commanders. They beat the Dolphins. They had a pretty easy schedule as well. So this would be Steelers versus...
The Dolphins could have beat the Ravens Thursday. They didn't even show up. That guy who's a coach should probably get fired. He's just quit.
They fired the general manager, not the coach. I thought that was ridiculous.
Terrible. They fired both of them. Like, they were running the ball on the Ravens, and I'm like, give us a little bit of shout out there, Dolphins. Help us out a little bit.
All righty. So it's just Pepper. So thanks everyone for showing up to post-game wrap. And be sure to hit the like and subscribe on both channels, Steel Nation Oz and also Steelers Dynasty Podcast. Enjoy Victory Sunday, Monday. And we can play. I haven't got the shut the fuck up, but I've got some AI as well.
I don't either until a copyright gets me. I mean, I don't know.
It hasn't got you yet, though.
No. What kind of hat was that?
This AI shit's crazy, man.
Oh, I know.
You know, because you use it as well for the camera. We can make some crazy shit. I've got that. Plus I've got a taco.
G'day Steelers Nation. Welcome to Steelers Nation Australia. The Pittsburgh Steelers are awesome.
I've got the guys
if it was pink, if that taco was pink, you would get super huge ratings.
I've got these blokes.
Go Steelers! Let's go!
Oh my God, yours is a little better.
All AI. Everything's AI.
I got a couple parrots.
Yeah, I think that parrot's really weird. That's
I know, but I you only get Canva gives you like 5.
Yeah, I need to make another one because I think they're funny. They're so stupid. I want to write. I might write like a 500-word essay about something and see what it gives me. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Ooh,
like just something stupid, crazy. Like this is the stupidest thing. Like,
wow.
Show me a Bengals fan. I don't know, just losing. What's the angriest Bengals fan in the world that has lost?
Oh, you know what I just thought of? For a Steeler fan, a Bengals fan, a Ravens fan, and a Browns fan walk into a bar, and the Browns, Bengals, and Bengal fan has no money to buy drinks. The Steeler fans has all the money, buys himself one drink. What does he do with the 3 other fans? He tosses them out of the bar. That would be great animation, just tossing them through the door.
I had this the other day. I put in the Canva AI. I had this, right? It was a picture of a Ravens fan.
Yeah, I seen that. I was like,
And
what
I put my
is that?
logos on there, so my logos are there, right? The Browns.
Oh
stuck,
yeah,
the Bengals
stuck,
stuck.
Brown stuck. Yeah, they all
and
stuck.
I put the logos, but I thought it was pretty good. I don't know what the Browns like guys logos doing though, with like the this thing near his head. I don't know what that is, but that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's like
like a helmet.
Like these ear things or something.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
Commander things.
But yeah, AI is funny. You can type whatever you want in there, and it just does something.
Yeah, I got a new month, so I might be able to. But I try to get the best one, so I do a couple over and over, and I just don't get the right one.
Yeah,
You know
some
what
of
I
the shit
mean?
you get, it's weird. Like
Yeah.
all I said for this one was a Steeler Nation Australia fan high-fiving a kangaroo eating pizza. It's so
That's good.
dumb. It's so dumb.
But it's black and gold.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, Bubba. Thanks, mate. We'll check with you
Thanks,
tomorrow
Mark.
after the Steelers Dynasty
10
podcast.
o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got to make a thumbnail. Got to get some stuff done and go listen to some Steelers talk because now, Madden and late night Steelers talk and all this Steeler talk in Western Pennsylvania, and we shut them down. And now we'll be the talk on Sunday Night Football. And yeah, I like it.
Well. They played good football. It was a great game to watch.
Yep.
Steelers did really well. I think it's a huge congratulations to them. They beat the best team in the AFC.
Yes, they
Something
did.
to be said for that.
Yep.
And I think if they can back it up versus Chargers, then we're in business. Then we're in
6-3, baby. Go try to be 6-3.
That'd be nice. All right, I'll be there tomorrow. No, it's not. Get out of town.
No, it's black and gold.
It's black and gold. She like.
Oh, that's okay.
To poke and prod me, and hit me a few times.
When I see Aaron Rodgers, I'm gonna say, "Hey, Pepper said hi."
We're gonna get Pepper at Aaron Rodgers' autograph.
Yeah, love that.
What
a win! There you go. From Germany, wow. It's over there from Pasu. What a W! All the best from Pasu,
Germany.
Pasu, Germany. Excellent. All right, Bubba, chat. See you guys. Everyone's awesome. You guys are awesome. Goodbye. See you later. The Pittsburgh Steelers fucking win 27-20. Huge win. Celebrate. Go watch all the podcasts. Go support local and independent podcasts and just people who talk football. Good Steelers shit. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
I'll see you guys later. Left the light on. See you later. Bye.